Yo guys, what's up and thanks for tuning in to this May update video of our Pokemon vs S&P 500 series, where we are checking whether Pokemon or S&P 500 is going to be a better investment if you want to invest for 1 year long. And as you can see as well, we've also bought a new camera, we've got a new mic, everything is new. Hopefully it looks and sounds better than it used to do. Of course, it's still unfortunately me that's talking, but you're gonna have to do with me. So if anything looks or sounds bad, please let us know because this is still new equipment for us and we would always love to hear feedback. But having said that, let's check what our investments have done. So as you can see, these are the standings as they were on April 1st. Our S&P was worth 728, whereas Pokemon was worth 882, so definitely a clear leader. Let's see what S&P did in the meantime. So S&P right now is worth 7,230 euros. Let's fill that in right here. It actually went up from 728 to 797. So this is, I think, the first time, but S&P actually increased in value instead of decreased. So that is a victory. But what has Pokemon done? Pokemon, as per usual, has freaking rocked it yet again. Pokemon has gone up to 986, just barely not hitting that 1,000 mark. And it's pretty much, again, yes, over a 100 euro increase. So Pokemon won again, even though S&P had their best month yet. So this is very, very interesting to see because every month we invest 250 euros in both S&P and Pokemon. Pokemon has yet to have a month that is disastrous. Every single month has been rock solid. So I'm just looking forward to what we are going to invest in this month. Alright, so the first investment that we are going to make is going to be the first partner illustration collection. And I actually love the idea of this where there's one pack in here where you get a set of 3 starters from either Kanto or Sinnoh, you name it. And you don't know which set you're going to get. So, of course, you want to collect them all. And everyone always wants the same ones, where I think the OG Kanto set is the preferred one. So I think there's always gonna be interest in a product like this, and especially as well since this is for the 30th anniversary. It's a special set, and this will not be released again in 3 years or in 4 years. So there's only gonna be a select amount available. And scarcity will create value. And therefore, I think right now we're at a good point where if we could get it for the price that it's saying on the screen, that would be a very good investment. Now, backing that theory up is why we also decided to go for all 3 Kanto starters from the set. As you can see, the Charmander's worth 40, the Bulbasaur worth 20, Squirtle worth 25. So basically showing what your guys' interest really is and who you think is the best. And it's Charmander, and I have to be honest, for me, Charmander is also definitely the favorite of the 3. I always pick Charmander as my starter, but that is besides the point. I do think these are good investments as well because, as I said, the product is very scarce and it's not going to be refilled in the future. So the demand will maybe stay the same or increase or maybe even lessen a bit. That's also fine. But the quantity of the products will definitely slim down. So that is awesome. And on top of that, there's also a perfect order set going on at the same time. And that one failed miserably. Nobody loves perfect order, and it's a failed set to be honest, but that is very good for this set because now all of the attention will go to this set. So I just see many reasons why this would go up in the long run, and therefore I have decided to get all 3 Kanto starters in my portfolio. And then I thought it was time for a nice big card as well to get into our portfolio, and we again go back to the old roots. We go back to nostalgia. It's a Venusaur EX, which is again the evolution from Bulbasaur, which we also just took here. It is the least favorite starter of the 3 from Kanto, but still, if you look at this card, it is a special illustration rare. It's the most rare card to have in the set. It is from a very popular set, which is the 151, which I think is maybe the most popular at the moment, at the current moment. But everyone wants to open 151 just because of the nostalgia of the Kanto region and it being the very first region, the very first game, the very first anime that we've watched. On top of that, it is also artistically very beautiful, where it has a lot of colors, it's very happy, it's very flamboyant. And this is also for people that just want to collect cards because they're beautiful, or because they love the art, because they love the artist. This is gonna be an amazing card to pick up. And then I just had €5.50 laying around, so we still had to spend €5.50. We only took a card here that's €5. In all honesty, this didn't take me a lot of thought. I just checked which card I thought was cool and was close to the €5.50. And I saw this Garchomp and I'm like, yeah, that was one of my favorite Pokemon from the Sinnoh region, with Cynthia, which was also basically the best champion that I've played in a game, and I really found it difficult to beat her Garchomp. So yeah, I thought let's put it in our portfolio, and it's a special promo card, so it will probably do well. So after adding everything to our portfolio, this is how it ends up looking like. Our Pokemon is worth €1,235 at the moment, and our S&P is worth 1,047. We were able to purchase this many shares because we were able to invest $249.57, because that is exactly what we invested into Pokemon as well. Again, we're going to do a very fair comparison to both S&P and Pokemon. And as you can see, it looks like S&P is going to try and catch up with Pokemon in the graph right here, but Pokemon is still being on top by a very big margin. And of course, how much value can we get out of a graph like this? It's pretty much non-existent because it's just 4 months worth of data. This is very small data. It's not a large enough sample size at all, but it's still very fun to see over the long run how it's gonna behave. So additionally, I want to apologize for not uploading as much as we should, but we've been preoccupied by pretty much trying to get ready for our first card show ever. We are gonna be a vendor at Collector Geeks on the 16th and 17th of May in Hasselt, and this for us is gonna be the first time, so we had to prepare a lot in order to get this done and in order to be able to get there. And we cannot be hyped more than this. We hope to see you there, hope to have a lot of cool interactions with you guys, have some cool trades, have some nice investments, and we also have a very fun game that you can play at our booth. So if you like to win a nice Pokemon product, definitely come around, say hi to us. And yeah, we can't wait to see you there. And on top of that, we also had a very busy month with our online shop. So there was just very little time left for creating content, and that is not okay. We should take more time for that. And so we're going to try to pick that back up. But other than that, if you have any cool investment that you want to be seen on this challenge, definitely leave it in the comments below. And even more important, let us know why you think this is a good investment. If we do agree with your vision, we might actually add it into our portfolio. So enough talk for today. This was our update video from May. If you enjoyed it, then please consider a like and a subscription if you want to know when our next video comes back up. But for now, I'll see you all next time.